She grew up where the gravel meets the corn. One gas station and a Friday night barn. Daddy fixed trucks, Mama prayed real loud, but her heart was always chasing clouds. She'd stare out past the county line, saying there's more to me than neon signs. She had dreams bigger than this town, where the streets end and the stars come down. In a notebook she drew her wings, mapped a life full of wild things. But folks said, girl, just settle down. But she had dreams bigger than this. She packed her hope in her denim coat, left behind love and a goodbye note. The diner job, the high school flame, all stayed back with a hometown name. She hit the road unsure and brave, with none but the song she gave. She had dreams bigger than this town, trading silence for a Nashville sound. On old stages with borrowed minds, she poured her soul into the night, still chasing dreams bigger than this team, bigger than this town. Now she sings on a wooden stage, her voice like fire, her eyes like rain. Crown made cheer, her teeth inside. She's still that girl who dared to try. She had dreams bigger than this town, and she wears them though the miles America made her high. She still sees stars in small town skies. They told her dreams don't stick around, but she proved them wrong. Dreams are wrong. Bigger than this town.
Smelled like cornfields after rain, wore granddad boots and carried pain, had a laugh that lit a porch at night, and eyes like stars on a summer flight. I met her where the gravel bends, where fences break and hearts begin. She carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. Back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, when every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, and I still whisper out her name. The place I go when I'm alone is back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn while lightning bugs lit up her charm. said forever's not a place. It's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right where the wind won't ever sit still. Back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church in the sky, and I was hers without the why. Now the firewood's all gone cold, this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone, I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam. Back when her name was home.
Woke up to the hum of a rundown fan, cracks in the ceiling and calloused hands. Thought by now I'd wear a satin dress, not yesterday's shirt and this kind of stress. Life don't follow a dotted line, it curves through dust and borrowed time. Woke up far from the life I planned, no mansion, no diamond on my hand, but I got a heart that still believes, and the sky had me to dream. I've got a heart, don't charge me to dream. Might not be where I'm meant to land, but I'm still standing, still making a stand. Used to talk of Paris nights, now I chase kids and unpaid lights. Still there's peace in this coffee cup, even when the world gives up. I've made a home in what's gone wrong, singing my truth in a working woman song. Woke up far from the life I planned, the gray stone cold and a woman's song. Woke up far from the life I planned, the gray stone cold and a wedding band. I've loved and lost and loved again, made best friends out of paper and pen. No map could have drawn this land, but it's mine with all its sand. Maybe the plan was never mine to write, maybe the beauty's in the fight. Oh, I woke up far from the life Daddy said this land don't give. You take your licks and learn to live. He handed me a pair of worn out boots. Said they'll carry weight if you walk them true. That red clay road taught me pain and pride, where sweat and storms go side by side. I fell face first, but I rose again. That's how a boy becomes a man. Out here where boots learn to stand, where you earn your worth, dirt on your head, where prayers rise up with the morning dew, and your word means more blood than made you grand. This is where boots learn to stand. Mama held the house like a gospel song, kept the lights on even when days feel wrong. Taught me grace don't come from ease, it's in the fight down on your knees. I've seen love and loss, joy and scars underneath these same old stars, and I still walk this rugged land with fire and heart and boots that stand. Boots learn to stand, where you rise again with calloused hands, where fences roots stay deep and promises are the ones you keep. It ain't a throne, but it's still great. This is where boots learn to stand. Now my boy's out there with a shovel and grin, kicking dust like I once did. I just smile, tip my old straw hat, 'cause I know exactly where he's at. Out here where boots are learn to stand, where boys grow up to be honest men, where storms blow hard but hearts hold true, and home is built in what you do. It's more than land, it's who I am. This is where boots learn. Learn to stand. She almost said I do in Baton Rouge. Almost bought that dress in powder blue. Almost packed her bags for Austin skies, but changed her mind on the county line. She kept the letters, lost the ring, and held on tight to everything. She built a life from almost, from what ifs and near miss ghosts, from broken roads and borrowed time, and dreams that faded out of line. She stacked the hurt and made it home, out of chances she faced alone. Yes, she built a life. She almost took that waitress job, but stayed to help when Daddy sobbed. Almost wrote a song they played, but tore it up the very next day. She don't wear pearls or silver things, but grace hangs soft on everything. She built a life from almost, from half-closed doors and almost closed, from calls that rang but never stayed, and goodbye notes she never gave. She planted roots and shifted sand, and stood up tall with empty head. Yes, she built a life. 1,000 dreams she had to face. But even if they slipped away, she showed up anyway. She built a life from almost, and somehow made it matter. With every tear, twist of fate, she found her own kind of break. Not in the winds and marquee lights, but in the way she kept the fight. She built a life from almost. I packed my heart in a beat-up case, left that porch without a trace, chased the sky I couldn't name, each mile blurred by hope and shame. I swore I'd find where I belong, but every sign just felt all wrong. If dreams were roads, I'd still be lost, burning fuel and counting cost. Took the long way out of town, but never found that higher ground. They don't tell you what they'll take when you give all for something fake. I sang my soul in empty bars to 3 old men in neon scars, smiling through the lonely sound, while wondering when I turn around. Each night felt like the last chance gone, but I just kept driving on. If dreams were roads, I'd still be lost, with worn out boots and lines I crossed. Thought I'd climb, but I just stalled. A voice too raw, a name not called. 1,000 turns, no map to trust. If dreams were roads, I'd still be lost. Sometimes I think I should have stayed, but that small town sky just always fades. If dreams were roads, I'd still be lost, but maybe wandering is worth the cost. I never found that stage-lit land, but I held the mic with steady hands, and maybe lost is who I'm meant to be. If dreams were roads, they all led me. years I gave it soul, but it don't fit me like before. There's peace in learning when to fold. Not every fire was meant to hold. I found a porch, a worn out song, and realized I'd chased too long. Now silence don't feel quite so loud. I ain't that girl still in the clouds. That dream don't call my name no more. It don't knock on my front door. Used to run through every show. Now I let that old wind blow. It's not defeat, just something new. I'm still me, just not her too. Some dreams fade, believe a light to help you rest your wings at night. That dream don't call my name no more, and I ain't waiting like before. Guess I've learned what dreams are for. To find yourself, then close that door. She's gone now, but I ain't sore. That dream don't call my name no more. She sang into a broken brush in a bedroom lit by neon hush. Cheap perfume, a thrift store gown, dancing like she owned that crown. To the mirror she took her bow, the only crowd she'd ever wow. That stage was only real in her mind, where the lights shine bright and the stars align. She played her heart to a silent room, wrote big dreams on a worn out tune. The world passed by, too deaf, too blind. That stage was only real in her mind. She pinned up hopes with paper clips and prayed between her waitress shifts. The jukebox played someone else's song while her own kept waiting all along. But she kept singing soft and true to the dream that never quite came through. That stage was only real in her mind, where applause was hers and the words all rhymed. She chased the light no one could see in a world that never let her be. The stars she held were hard to find. That stage was only real in her mind. Maybe that's the saddest part. She had the soul, but not the start. That stage was only real in her mind, but she lit it up with every got a six string with more miles to shine, and boots that'll dance through borrowed time. The bars got smaller, the crowds got thin, but I still feel the fire kicking in. A fully grown rough from whiskey and years, but I still dream when the silence clears. Just one more shot at that big old stage, a crowd that don't mind my weathered age. Lights so bright they drown the doubt, where the songs I wrote get sung out loud. I ain't asking for fortune or fame, just one more night they remember my name. I played for tips in the neon glow, slept in trucks when the money got low, but every mile taught me to believe there's still something left up my sleeve. I ain't young, but I ain't done. Still got stories under the sun. Just one more shot at that big old stage, to sing my truth, not just my age. A crowd that feels each chord I've strung and hums along when the tears come. No encore, oh, no spotlight, oh, just one more ride before the road. Maybe they won't cheer, maybe they will, but I'll play my solo. 'Cause chasing dreams ain't just for the young. Some songs take years to be sung. So give me one more shot at that big old stage, one last verse, one final page. Let them hear this old heart loud and clear, still beating strong after all these years. If it's the last time, I'll make it count. One more shot, and I'll lay it down low. He stepped on stage in second-hand boots, the kind that walk through worn-out roots. The crowd was thin, the lights were dim, but she still sang like it was brimmed with every dream she'd ever known. In that bar she stood alone. No, the mic was cold, but her heart wasn't. She poured it out like she'd forgotten all the no's and empty rooms, all the nights she fought the gloom. No one cheered, but still she sung. The fire inside her still burned young. Her voice was more than they perceived. Maybe one day they'd rewind, hear the gold they left behind. One last look before the engine starts. A goodbye note on a diner plate, and a sky that never looked so gray. The house was sold, the ties were burned. Sometimes the only way's not to return. Now there's nothing left but the dream and the road. An old guitar and a song I wrote. Reviews full of cut-ins, but the highway don't ask where you've been. I lost the girl, the job, the love, but I still got the dream and the road. Motels blur into every town. Neon flickers and hopes break down. And when the chords feel like home again, I remember why I chose the wind. Each mile's a verse, each side's a prayer, and I keep moving, 'cause I still care. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. A six-string voice still knows. The nights get cold, the gas runs thin, but I won't fold, I won't give in. I ain't got much to rely on, just this dream. A piece of me in a chorus clear, and all this driving won't feel so lost if these leaves were worth the cost. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. I have to hope in every show. No matter where the good things go, but I still chase them through the glow. Can't turn back, can't unknow. It's just me. This dream and left her hometown at 17 with a guitar case and faded jeans. Chased a voice on the radio, said, "Girl, come run before you grow." That neon promise burned like June. Said not yet, but real soon. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Under cheap lights and a silver moon, she sings to ghosts in empty chairs with lipstick, hope, and braided prayers. Time don't lie, but hope don't move. Still waiting where the dream said soon. The coffee's cold, the rent's past due, but she won't leave that avenue. Each song she writes feels like goodbye, but she still plays and wonders why. No curtains raised, no breakthrough tune, just echoes saying maybe soon. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Like a rose, it won't stop blooming. The stars ain't close, but she believes, and someday stitched into her sleeves. The night grows old, the sky stays blue. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Some dreams don't break, they bend and fade, but she keeps singing anyway. Still waiting where the dream said soon. One like one soul, honest tune. She ain't famous, but she's true, and maybe that dream's waiting too. So she stays hard out of tune. Still waiting where the dream said soon. I was raised on rust and restless skies, where the wind cuts deep and the eagle flies. Daddy taught me how to ride and run. Mama prayed I'd chase more than the sun. But I've got a taste for the burning kind. But I've got a taste, burning kind. Trouble in a bottle in a free man's mind. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with the thunder, with the cold. A woman's love can't hold me. I was born too old. With whiskey and wild horses, I'm always gone. Met a girl down Amarillo way. She said, "Boy, your soul's gonna drift someday." I smiled and tipped my weathered hat. Said, "Darling, I already know that." She kissed me soft, said, "You're the one." But I was chasing dreams before the dawn.
to lay down round 10 o'clock. Now he's chasing rhymes in a coffee shop. That 9 to 5, it dulled his flame, so he packed his life and changed his name. A rusted truck, a flannel coat, a notebook full of half-sung notes. No more quiet nights or easy dreams. He traded sleep for 6-string. Now the moon's his only clock. Neon signs are where he talks. His prayers are sung, not softly spoken, through callous hands and chords unbroken. He gave up rest for something true, a melody he had to pursue. He don't count sheep or chase routines. He traded sleep for 6 strings. His friends all say, man, come back home. But he's married now to worn out tones. The world don't pay a voice like his, but he still plays for what it is. The motel lights, the lonely miles, a crowd of 10, a waitress smile. He don't need much, just room to sing. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the stage is his own bed, with verses echoing in his head. He ain't rich, but he's alive. In every note he survives. Quiet hurts, but music clings. Traded sleep for 6 strings. Some folks dream with their eyes closed. He dreams wide open on the road. Truth is rough, songs don't lie, and that's the reason why he traded sleep for 6 strings and gave his soul to what it brings. Through lonely bars and worn out frets, he sings for things he won't forget. And if he never earns a thing, he still wouldn't trade those 6 strings.
Refrain. She ain't sure what the ending means. Just a bar stool and a half-eaten dream. She tried Nashville, left with scars, burned through nights and borrowed cars. Every open mic felt like a war, till her voice didn't know war, until her voice didn't shake no more. Now she writes between the teens, a melody only silence hears. It's a bar stool and a half-written still chasing what might have been, on a bar stool with a half-written dream. Maybe someday she'll finish that song, or maybe the trying was right all along. It's a bar stool in a half-written dream, heartbreak inked in line 18. Not every story needs to be told. Some are just songs to let go. And as long as that melody leads, she'll sit with her half-written dream. Through the dust, but silence took what she could trust. She sings to the wind night after day, a heart full of songs and nowhere to play. The bar closed down, her tip jar's dry, but she still sings to midnight skies. Every chord she plays is prayer for someone who might still care. She ain't gone, she just stays still on a back road dreaming iron will. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Hope hangs on where it used to sway. Each note's a tear she hides away, waiting on a stage that lost its way. She's got gold in every phrase, a heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Maybe the world ain't ready yet, but she ain't learned how to forget. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play, still strumming what she needs to say. If ever the silence fades away, she'll still be there come break of day, with a heart full of songs and somewhere to play. She wakes before the sun each day and ties her hair and kneels to pray. Worn out boots by the kitchen door, she's got miles to walk and build hills to pour. The world don't hand her anything, She don't ask for diamond rings. She's living on hope and cheap coffee. Dreams poured hot in a diner seat. She hums old songs on her breaking noon, wipes her hands on her rag, sings out of tune. Life ain't easy, but she still believes there's more to her than what the mirror sees. Tips in jars and aching feet. Another shift, another week. But kindness clings to her like lace, and every tight line on her face, she stitched her faith into this town. Still standing when the world knocks her down. She's living on hope and cheap coffee. Sunset prayers in a booth for three. She don't need gold or fancy lights, just a roof and a quiet night. She's running on empty, but somehow she flies on broken dreams and clear blue skies. She's more than what the paycheck shows. Grace in a world that never slows. She's living on hope and cheap, cheap coffee, and faith that one day she'll be free. Maybe not written, maybe not known, but she built her strength on her own. She's got a soul too strong to break her back. She's living on hope, and she gets by. I pictured lanes and white picket scenes, not rent past due, and busted dreams. Thought love would be a steady hand, not a wave I had to learn to stand. I traded Paris for a rusted truck and learned to live on a little luck. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's built on prayers and overtime. I've cried in kitchens and laughed in storms, held my babies when the nights got warm. It's not the picture I once drew in my mind. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. He walked out when times got tight, left me with bills and a porch light. But I stitched my pride with a coffee spoon and danced alone in the living room. I've made peace with a crooked line, found joy in simple signs. But this ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. Worn out boots and secondhand shine. I love the scars and gets long. But I've grown roots and I've grown strong. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's every fall and every climb. It's the sunrise after a sleepless night. It's finding wrong still leads to right. No regrets, just a slower shine. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. She grew up